When last we saw our heroes, they were rowing out madly into the bay after a serial killer, a drow, who they did not quite manage to apprehend, with the city guard nipping at their heels on the docks behind, trying to figure out what the heck happened. Having heard gunshots and seen some magic stuff go off, and trying to frantically make sense of the ramblings of a terrified drunk. But you have now left them far behind. You're far out of their reach and are fast closing in on a sight to behold before you, which is a massive galleon. I would say massive. It's very large, full-sized, tall ship. And it looks like this.
Oh, good boy.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm not sure if I showed y'all this last time, but that's the dock wards at night.
Oh, cool.
I like it.
And it is currently night. So, and then this is the miscreant that you recently managed to kill.
What is the last name that guy has?
I was just thinking that.
Xibrindas. And Xibrindas is currently limp and levitating in the air in about 50 feet in front of you, ocean water streaming off his unconscious form as this tall, bald pirate drow is stepped forward on the prow of the ship with his hand outstretched, levitating the body up, and as the galleon draws closer to it, this drow who Druck has informed you all is Jarlaxle Bainray, and I am going to switch y'all to another map.
Bangarang?
Bangarang. Jarlaxle Bangarang.
Woo!
All right, so the last thing that Jarlaxle said was actually an invitation for you all to come aboard and discuss the actions of his comrade, and yeah, that is what he says with his hand outstretched, holding this man aloft as the galleon slowly inches closer, and to the point that you see this. There's two other drow readily visible, standing in places of prominence next to him. So they kind of look like the three musketeers up there. And this guy reaches out with like a boat hook at some point and draws in Xibrindas' limp form, and then it falls unceremoniously to the deck, and he kneels over it. And Jarlaxle says, "Oh, but where are my manners? My name is Captain Zord. Will you board my fine vessel?" And you can see below, make out now that you're getting closer, the name of the ship, which is called the Eyecatcher. Carney Mirai, could you make a perception check for me?
Apt name.
Will do.
Just about
While
to
she's
say.
doing that, I can't remember if... I believe I asked you, but I don't remember if you answered yet. Does Fodrick, based on like those rolls he made last time, does he have any inclination of like whether this is a horrible idea, or if like this is a guy who actually could be reasoned with?
He's not. I would say you would know by reputation that Jarlaxle is actually not evil.
Because I was intending to accept the invitation regardless.
Well, I didn't know.
But he's not good either.
Of course not. Yeah.
One might even say he's chaotic, neutral.
Neutral. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I don't know if that helps. But
Kinda does.
I feel like you would have, you know his reputation.
I don't, but I wouldn't think that like he's just gonna get us all on board, slit our throats, and steal our stuff. Or do I not know that?
You don't know that, but it would be uncharacteristic.
That okay? Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for.
He's known to be a mysterious figure, rarely seen. And what would y'all like to do?
Rolled 13.
Oh, 13. The night is calm. You can make out the guards back on the docks appear to be clearing away, and
They're leaving?
they're not like they don't appear to have a means of pursuit. So they seem to be gathering, and they it looks like you can make out they have the figure of the drunk elf, and they're leaving. And there's a couple of their ships out here on the water in the far distance. Bright, large moon in the sky. Partially cloudy night. The sea is calm.
Svadrik looks to Lucan and is like, "What do you want to do?"
Lucan says,
Whoa.
Svadrik kind of looks around at everybody, and he's just gonna kind of shrug, like,
Oh.
you know.
Sorry, yeah, no, Connor Murray's still standing at the front and be like, yes, thank you, very much appreciate the invitation. So yes, I'm saying yes to him.
Okay.
Sorry, I realized I was like, well, that wasn't a very coherent answer, was it?
Okay, well, unless anybody else is saying anything, the galleon is moving carefully alongside to intercept you and help you aboard.
Porter just goes,
I'm not feeling great about it, but I suppose Davil will want answers.
Exactly.
maybe I could stay on the rowboat. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
I just hope we don't have to swim.
Yeah, I prefer not to swim. I'd
We'll
rather.
be fine, don't worry.
Smoke goes fast.
Oh, I found
hold
that
it.
motor on the back of it.
We get a
Alright.
hold of him.
So your rowboat is secured alongside, and
Well, our in quotes rowboat
Arr.
magically on board now.
there we go. So yeah, as you come up onto the deck, you can see pretty much what's in front of you here, but you also can see more of the crew now. They weren't like hiding or anything. They just weren't. It was not very good angle to see anything directly on the ship deck.
I'm sure the ship is like 50 feet in the
Alright.
air, the deck is.
It was at a funny angle.
And you notice that all of them are drow, and all of them are, at least to the immediate observation, male. And as you climb up, Jarlaxle, with a signal, has several of. Let me see, grab these guys. Yeah.
It's regular sausage party here.
Yes, pretty much.
What kind of sausage? You have piqued my interest.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, smoked sausage, jalapeno and cheese sausage.
Oh, that sounds great.
It will depend on what they've been eating earlier.
He signals two that appear to be of some rank to come forward, and they both flank you on either side. They're both heavily armored, and they are definitely keeping a close eye on you all. Jarlaxle smiles at you all, and he says, well, welcome aboard, then. Please forgive the formality. I must quickly inspect you. Hold still.
Ooh.
And the drow began to kind of pat you all down and just, not taking your weapons or anything, but just taking precautions, making sure you aren't packing anything super dangerous.
They're gonna have
Hands
fun
above
going
the
through
waist
all of
there,
my
bucko.
tools.
Yes.
You'll have to confiscate these fists.
I am going to scowl at them and be like, better watch where you put your hands.
Like, which pair of tongs do you want? The duckbill? I've got about 5 different ones in my belt.
Jarlaxle
These are a lot of
smiles
talk.
at what Roderick says and laughs at Garnamarai and says to the man who's patting you down, "Take care, I'm pretty sure that one could take you."
Right on that.
And then when they are finished, he says, they both step back a little, and one of them says, "They're clean, Lord. My Lord Zord."
Zords?
Zord. Z-O-R-D. And Captain Zord, quote unquote, steps up and he says, "So, tell me, what business have you with my comrade? Has he been causing trouble again?"
Conor will step forward too and say, well, not only did he attempt to murder me tonight, but he's also killed 3 other elves on the docks for the past few days, or what was it, last
week or so?
Weeks, whatever. Last week or so. I mean, like, he's the serial murderer that we've been pursuing.
Ah, what business is that of yours, I wonder?
We were
I'll kind of just look at him and be like, I mean, I'm not allowed to just be concerned about the elves on the dock?
Well, certainly, but most people are in their business for... most people don't pursue an armed and dangerous man risking their lives out of mere curiosity.
No, we were going to get paid for it.
Ah, there we are. What's your name, my good sir?
Svadrik kind of, like, you see him, like, look up like he's gonna, like, he's at least considering lying, and then he goes, "It's Svadrik."
Svadrik. Kind of taps inside of his nose. And then turns to you all. I didn't quite catch the rest of your names.
Because we didn't say them.
Oh, please enlighten me.
I'm going to kind of shoot a look over at Porter like, come on now. Like, I am Conor Moran.
Did he tell us his name was not Jaraxel? He made up another name?
That's correct. He told you his name was Captain Zord. He steps towards you, Garnamarai, takes your hand, and in a grand gesture, doffs his hat with this long, like white and gray plume that flows off of it. Does the whole, leg out straight and bows, and kisses your hand. And says, "The pleasure is entirely mine."
Connie Moran will give a laugh and be like, very charming. It's nice to run across someone that knows their manners.
Charmed. And you, sir? Indicating you, Porter.
You can call me Jerry.
Yes.
Excellent.
He cocks an eyebrow. You can
Captain, what's the doozle?
make a perception check for me.
Perception? Doop.
You can see off in the distance 2 of the other ships that were sailing are seeming to be drawing nearer.
Do I recognize, like, any flags or what side they're on?
With that roll, I would say they don't look like they're an official, water-deep ship, like not a government ship or anything like that. He turns to Lucan. Lucan gives his name, his true name. He turns to you, Garrosh.
Garrosh Ravabor Castius, also known as Big Blue, or, if you prefer, Horny Blue.
I do prefer that. Horny Blue it is.
Fantastic.
You see there? And he turns back and is addressing this slighter figure, this drow in the back with a very ostentatious Stetson type hat on, or almost like sombrero type hat, but it's more pointed. You see there? That's the kind of name you should go for. That's memorable, Felrict, unlike yours. Felrict is what he referred to this man as.
Felrict. Okay.
Just there's a lot of names being thrown around here. But anyway, he turns around and he says, "Well, introductions now are over. And you say that you had been hired to investigate some serial murders, I believe.
Yes.
What evidence have you that my man is yours?"
I mean, the fact that we saw him going after an elf, walking down the docks, and then attempted to kill me. Is there evidence outside of that? That's not enough.
Well, I'm not saying this in character, but when we saw him go after that elf, like, he wasn't just tailing him, he, like, also drew his weapons while tailing him.
Yeah, he definitely had a saber.
Yeah, so there was intent to do harm. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, you have absolutely no reason to believe that this guy was not the serial murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will add that, he had the saber, too, and whatnot.
Okay. Captain Zord asks you a few more questions, and then seems to deliberate a moment, and then turns back around and he says, "Well, I appreciate your forthright. I have a way of knowing these things, and I know you have not lied to me. And now we come to the crux of the matter. Xibrindas is like a brother to me. And at the same time, I will not have such criminal acts committed by my family without my knowledge. I suppose the only thing left is to ask him." And he steps back over to this form, which you've noticed is has been breathing after this guy stood up from him, but still unconscious. And this drow gives Captain Zord a nod, and Captain Zord kneels down and slaps Xibrindas across the face. And Xibrindas comes awake with a gasp and sits up, and Captain Zord stands again, and he's just looking down at Xibrindas, and he says, "So, Loon, have you been killing elves in the dead of night, stalking them as though they were prey, cutting them down, cowardly?" And Xibrindas is gasping for a moment for air, and then just stares sort of defiantly back up at Captain Zord and doesn't say anything. The captain turns, and he, with a motion, these other two pull Xibrindas to his feet and flank him. The captain says, "You have one last chance to speak for yourself, brother."
Brother.
And Xibrindas says, "What good would that do me? What could I say? You're cheating anyway."
Cheating? He said cheating?
You're cheating anyway, is what he says.
Can I roll it?
The captain... Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, what are you trying to intuit?
I'm just trying to understand, why he phrased it as cheating.
I don't think you really have enough information, but go ahead and make a roll, or I guess I'm supposed to do it for you.
Oh, whoops. Well, I rolled a 12 anyway, so probably...
He has a way of knowing these things. Yeah.
That's true. I mean, with that,
that's
that
right,
you already
yes.
rolled, yeah, he did say he has a way of knowing whether he's telling the truth or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yeah.
And the captain just sort of smiles, nods his head. He kind of starts pacing back and forth, and then finally he paces back over here, and then without warning whirls and shoots Xibrindas in the head.
Oh!
Oh no!
I flinch.
So you see the sort of weird purple smoke rising from a gun, a revolver that Jarlaxle is holding. Everything is super quiet. Everyone is just staring at him in sort of shock, even his men.
Mm-hmm.
And the captain says, Krebig, Philric, get this trash off my ship. And the two that were flanking him pick him up and toss him overboard.
Before they do that, can I stop them?
Sure, you can try.
Like as they're as they're picking it up.
Yeah.
I say, and I'll like turn to Porter and be like, "Do we need that?"
We technically just need the head.
Captain.
He just looks. He gives you a look.
Mm-hmm.
As you start to speak on this silent ship with all of these people staring blank-faced. And
say it was trash.
The look is a warning.
Porter just says, "Hey, look, one man's trash is another man's treasure." That's
leave
all
it
I'm
be.
saying.
And then there is a splash.
Well, that was a lot of money.
Then
I'm gonna just lean back and like whisper to Porter and be like, "Bodies float."
Huh?
What?
Bodies float.
Yeah.
Well.
So he comes back, stands in front of you all, waits for your mutterings to subside.
Mutter.
Gives you this just suddenly his face goes from blank and dead to just a disarming smile. And he says, "Well, what a way to meet new friends. I deeply
Certainly
apologize.
a memorable way.
I deeply apologize for this business, but as you can see, I've taken care of it."
And
Well,
what justice it was.
Yes, indeed.
It seems there's an opening in Brigandar. Too bad none of you are drow. But as he says that, he again looks at you, Svodric, with just a sort of slight tilt of his eyebrow. And he says, "Well, have you all had dinner?"
Who wants lunch?
He did invite you aboard for dinner, if I recall. From
Was that it?
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those welcome aboard.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Sort of.
Oh.
Well,
No.
Porter does perk up at the sound of of something being.
Suppose it would be rude to leave.
You know,
I will step forward and say, "No, we haven't had dinner."
Excellent.
Wait, isn't it like
Yeah, it's pretty late.
It's
12
very
o'clock
late.
at night?
Yeah, it's pretty late, but
You know, I've
they're
heard
drow.
you shouldn't eat after 8 o'clock, you know, for us up top people.
Most of them don't show their faces in sunlight, so
Yeah.
you know, time's a little wobbly for them.
I mean, I get the impression there's a lot of them and little of us, and refusing this might not go great.
I'm gonna just punch Porter like in the stomach as subtly as I can. I'm just gonna be like, "Stop!" And after I kind of like, kind of look at Porter a look and be like, "No," like, "Grandma warning you, stop that," La Chancla.
Well, I mean, I'm all up for drow cooking. You know, it's been a while.
Come,
Well,
let's enjoy. Let's enjoy good food and good company.
Of course, sounds like a plan to me.
So with that, he will.
Porter looks at Garrosh. Well, at least one of those things.
Can't get. trying to move this thing out of the way now. If I can find out what layer it's on. Maybe I just have to delete it. I think I do. Okay, well, anyways, he takes you below decks and to this it's a dining room, and it's a pretty lavish room for being a ship. You know, the low ceilings, a little cramped, but there's definitely room for all of you.
It's cozy in here.
And he sits you all down. The two other drow follow him in and just stand flanked on either side of the doorway. They don't sit down to eat. And you can see one of them is, I think I have handouts for these guys. You can see him a little closer. There's a slight one with the hat that I mentioned earlier, who he referred to as Felricht. And both of these drow are armed to the teeth.
Teeth.
With
a schwanky hat.
Very schwanky hat. And anytime you make eye contact with this one, he just smiles and will nod, like disarmingly, might say a couple of words to you. The other one is Kribbig, and he is much more the strong, silent type. Hasn't said a word, never cracked a smile, and seems to always sort of be in shadow. And
White shadow.
That one.
The rogue.
So, as you all make yourselves comfortable down here, a couple other sailors begin to file in and out with various foods, and Captain Zord immediately just digs in and is eating with great enjoyment, and the food looks amazing. So he's
I like how you said looks amazing, and instantly my D&D brain goes, warning.
Yeah,
I know,
I
right?
thought the same. I was like, that was a weird way to word that.
Well, you haven't eaten it yet. I'm just saying that it looks, it smells amazing.
I was gonna say, can I sniff it?
Sure.
Follows.
He is making a point of being served every dish first and eating, like taking bites and then passing down having the plates passed down to you all and everything. So he's eating everything before you all, and all from the same dishes.
I was gonna say, I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and start eating as well.
Yes. Me too.
And so after a couple of mouthfuls of this gorgeous, like, golden brown bird on a bronze platter.
Ah, Kingu, my favorite.
Yes, exactly. Actually, Porter, if you like, you can make a... Did you take a speciality in one or the other? I forget. For these type of roles.
I think you said nature.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. I guess it looks like you've got it both. You can do it with advantage. What did you roll? Oh wow, crit. Yeah, this is an exotic meat, definitely bird, but you do not know what it is, which is surprising considering.
I bet it's emu.
It looks about that size.
We'll go ahead
but it is delicious. It's got almost a peppery, like, sauce that has been poured over it, and the meat itself tastes like very moist, dark meat chicken.
Can I ask him, or can I say, I consider myself a man of many talents, mostly dealing with food and food byproducts. You've got to tell me, what kind of chicken have you served us today?
Chicken? Well, sir.
I don't know what it is, so I just resort to the most basic thing I know.
Sir? Well, you know chicken, and this would be it's a horribly monstrous great aunt. This, sir, is how do you say this? Diatrima.
Diatrima.
You can make another nature check with advantage if you like.
A little worm.
Get all these shitty rolls out.
Good
Wow.
grief! Get them out of the way now. Yeah, you've never heard of that. Yeah, you can try it as well, Carmen.
Well, whatever it is, it sure is tasty.
I have a +1 on nature.
I'll only roll if and I don't know if this gives it away. Is this something from underground?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Carnimara, you actually have heard of these things. They're more commonly known as axebeak, and they live in the jungles of Chult.
Oh, cool.
We'll chime in and be like, well, it's absolutely delicious. I haven't had axebeak in years. It sure is, actually. It's my third husband.
Your third husband, please.
Yes,
go
I'm over
on.
600 years old, hon.
Well, you almost have a few years on me, and he gives you a wink.
How old are you, if I may ask? I am 600. Wait, am I 634? Fuck. Hang on.
I would think at that age you
I'm
wouldn't know.
639.
Yeah, I think after a while you just kind of let it go.
I spent this entire year thinking I was 38, but I'm actually 37.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, that's actually nice. Yeah.
I'm turning 31 later this month.
He leans back in his chair, he's like picking his teeth with a bone, and he says, as a matter of fact, my 700th birthday is coming up.
Oh, happy birthday. It's not often I meet someone around my age.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
What does that even mean? Do you even know what that means?
It's going to be quite the event.
Ooh, well, I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I will. I have the most wonderful birthday present planned.
Oh, well, I hope it turns out to be as fabulous as you're expecting it to be.
So tell me, what, are you a band of mercenaries? Who hired you to, if I may be so bold, now that we've shared a meal?
Mercenaries? Do we really look like we'd be mercenaries? We're just simple tavern keepers.
Well, we did say that we were doing this for money.
Yeah. But I'm kind of trying to.
Every time I go to tell the truth, you lie right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
She didn't lie.
Well, I know, but it's definitely one of those where like, oh, okay, now I can't say the truth.
Well,
and
no,
he says a
I
tavern.
I wasn't sure whether or not you guys were wanting to be open. So, I mean, I don't tell a lie.
I don't trust this guy because I know who he is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't trust him either, but I honestly think the best, and this might be out of game, the best thing we could do is be honest with him about who we're working for, because that is someone equally as powerful as him.
Well, go ahead and say it as Fodrick then. I just, went with the whole.
I feel like.
Well, I think I'll close my mouth for a second.
I feel like that. I feel like that should be up to Porter because he actually is a Zent now.
That's true.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
What he says in response to you, Carnimara, he says, "Oh, tavern! I love taverns. Please tell me all about it. I'm not aware of a tavern that is run by such wonderful folk as yourself. Is it new?"
Yes, it is. We haven't quite opened, but we're getting close.
What's the name of the place?
It's the old Trollskull Manor up in is it the North Ward? Whatever ward it is.
Yes.
Yes,
we've bounced around about a dozen names. We haven't settled on it yet.
Yes, but I do think that we are leaning towards stouts and spear.
Yeah, he kind of goes, and he looks at you again, Fodrick, and he says, interesting. I believe that I may have redirected a particularly fine set of silverware in that direction last week.
Oh. Wait, like does that mean, oh wait, no, that's like the stuff that Fodrick stole.
Yeah.
Wait, meaning I stole from this guy?
No, meaning he was the one who provided you, like, assuming you went to your fence to get supplies for the tavern. He was the one who provided the fence with some of the stuff that you took.
Okay.
I'll look at him and go, "Oh, that's interesting. I have no idea what you mean," and kind of smile.
Yeah, he smiles back, nods approvingly. He says, "Oh, I have quite a bit of interest in that tavern. How fortuitous that you were to come here. Indeed, isn't it true that you have a benefactor by the name of Rainier Neverember?"
We have met.
Really? Met, you say?
Wait. Who was that again? Sorry.
Rainier is the man you rescued, with Floon. He's
Yes, it is. Sorry.
He's the son of the late Mask Lord of Water, or the.
That's right.
I don't think it's late.
I just blanked on the name
because he's not dead, but that you're aware, or that I'm aware.
Is he no longer met, or?
Yeah, he was I guess I would say the most recent Mask Lord of Waterdeep. Now the city is run by an open Lord of Waterdeep, Lariel Silverhand.
Well, yes, we are friends with him. He's such a wonderful lad. Instrumental in helping us get our tavern open.
I have a couple of questions for you, Adrienne says as she scrolls up frantically in her notes.
No worries.
Have you, by chance, run across a friend of Rainier's, a rock gnome by the name of Dalekar?
I would assume the answer is no, because.
Yeah, that name is not sound all familiar.
We met. No, we haven't met a rock gnome.
Yeah,
that's correct. As far as y'all are aware, you have not met a rock gnome. I'm looking for him, you see. In fact, he's quite popular. Several are looking for him. Several people of great import. Seems that he has managed to hinge himself around a very important matter that, in fact, has to do with the acquisition of my birthday present, as it were. How strange.
Well, we haven't met him yet.
Well, Adrian, do you think there's a chance that Svadrik would know, based on like some of the circles that he kind of runs in and around? Would he have any idea, or no?
No, unfortunately. He addresses you, Svadrik, and he says, "I believe that you are already in my employ."
Am I?
Oh, in a matter of speaking, your boss is an employee of mine.
Oh
no, the regional manager has arrived.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as I scramble to remember Fenris, that's it. I say, yes. You were referring to Fenris Stormcastle?
Exactly. So, this makes it easy. If you do run across Dalekar or hear any information about him, simply report to Fenris and, well, you already know I pay well. In fact, if you are amenable, if you can prove yourself to me, I might have other jobs for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't sound like a bad deal at all.
Well, my pardons. I wasn't speaking to you.
Oh!
Would be like, and I'm gonna chime in and be like, I was well aware that you weren't speaking to me. I was speaking to Spadra.
No, absolutely no offense meant. How rude of me. I forgive me. Svadrik. Yes, Svadrik. Would you be agreeable to test your worth for me, as it were?
Suppose. What exactly are you needing?
Oh, a trifle. It's not even a need. It's just a little test to prove that you can handle delicate, sensitive matters. I would just require, as I scroll frantically around, and these are so
Just a
hard to
drop
find
of
sometimes.
blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Single.
Oh, they're there. Okay. How about you steal me a silk handkerchief from a Waterdavian noble? And, yes, deliver it to the tiefling girl who lives in a crate at the corner of Net Street and Duck Street. She's a beggar by the wharf. I'm sure you'll see her. She's there every day.
So that was I'm to steal a silk handkerchief.
I'll put it in the chat.
From a noble. Any noble?
Yep. Any noble. Your choice.
That sounds very easy.
Oh.
She lives in a
You would
crate.
require some proof of your skill. It certainly wouldn't be easy for your run-of-the-mill person off the street, but for a canny rogue such as yourself, why?
I look at him and I say, and it does not matter who. I'm not going to find out later I got the wrong handkerchief.
Oh, absolutely not. Silk handkerchiefs are commonly carried by Waterdavians, though I'm sure you know that. This is just a test of your stealth, your pickpocketing skills, or whichever method you'd like to employ, even persuasion, if you prefer that.
Typically not, but we'll see.
I wasn't going to assume. And if you can pull that off for me, then perhaps we can work in a bit more lucrative plans.
No, he wouldn't say shall.
Do it.
I'm going to be arms crossed across my chest, like kind of leaning more towards Svodric, like protectively, kind of like eyeing, Jarlaxle, like, like, what are you planning on doing with my grandchild?
Yeah, and even Svodric here is like, he's definitely one to do things here and there, but he suddenly feels a little in over his head, like he's like, you've just been sat in front of the Godfather, and you're like, am I really? Is this what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So Svodric will go, of course, handkerchief, tiefling girl in a crate. That's nothing weird about that.
Certainly not.
Consider it done.
And when it is done, you need only let Fenris know. Tell him Penny can blow her nose again.
Okay.
And we'll be in touch.
Now see to it that it's doing business, or during the day. You have business to attend to it, not with the tavern. We will be busy.
I'm sure. I will leave it to you. At your discretion, sir. And then, y'all, if you have any other questions for him, you're welcome to, but other than that, you'll be finishing your dinner.
I can't think of anything offhand.
He regales you all with local gossip, mentions the latest hot topic, which is the noble who was murdered by the Black Viper.
Well, I guess I would ask, kind of if he knew anything about it. Svodric didn't say that he knew it was the Black Viper, right? That he delivered the stuff to.
No, only Lucan kind of has an idea of that.
Yeah. So as the dinner draws to the close and he's telling you all about this, you all go back up to the top deck, and when you arrive up there, you immediately notice that two ships that have not quite this size of the one that you are on are now flanked with you to the starboard and larboard. I'm a ship person. And
bird's right side.
And he grandly gestures at them, and he says, they've arrived.
Friends of yours.
The sisters to the Eyecatcher, the Heartbreaker, and the Hellraiser.
I like the names.
Yes. What style?
We are, and he bows again to you all with the doff of his ridiculous hat. We are the Sea Maiden's Faire, a carnival that travels up and down the Zord coast. I'm sure you've heard of us. And as you see, you can see on the other ships that they indeed are like housing like carnival type paraphernalia, people, decorations, wagons. It definitely backs up whatever he's saying.
Oh,
And
nice.
And he says, if for some reason you need to contact me directly, I don't recommend it, but if for some reason you need to, say, catch sight of our friend the Rock Gnome, you can usually find one of us, if not all of us, in port, putting on a carnival for the locals.
Oh, that's wonderful. Are you stopping here in Waterdeep?
We intend to be here for at least until my birthday. And then he gives a clap, and with that, there's suddenly a song breaks out on the Heartbreaker, a rowdy ballad, and fireworks go off, and people start tumbling, and they start putting on a show for you on that show.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
as the music swells and more drow run this way and that with like different types of like carnival treats and foods, and like one guy has sort of a small menagerie of animals all perched on him, and he starts putting on a small show for you. There's a fire swallower
Cool.
next to you, Porter, who's just doing his best to impress you with his fiery breath. And he's not even a dragonborn. They're all drow. Almost all of them male, though you do catch sight of a female here and there. And as all this is going on, Carnamarai, you feel a gentle hand on your forearm, and Jarlaxle has come up close behind you and just says low in your ear, "I hope you are impressed."
Yes, I am.
He is very obviously flirting with you.
Oh. Do I recognize it? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Well, do
No,
you?
I definitely
You haven't
would.
really
I'm only
been.
stubbornly oblivious to my own beauty. But, well, I am impressed. Thank you so much for the show.
I will admit it might be a bit rough around the edges. We weren't expecting such beautiful company tonight. But I sometimes am a fool when trying to impress a lady.
Yeah, it certainly seems perfect to me. Edges and sides. And I do once again thank you. I haven't seen a carnival in many years.
Well, I would like to extend to you, and exclusively, an open invitation to come to my ship at any point that you wish. For I have many more things to show you.
Well, that just sounds like a barrel of fun. I do think I will have to accept that invitation.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, and he's thrilled at this, and spends the next couple of minutes like personally showing you some of the more exotic curiosities of the carnival that's being paraded in front of you.
Ooh, wonderful. Yay! Yes! I'm so excited.
Garrosh.
We're going to husband number 7.
Garrosh.
Yes.
As you are, I guess I would say Garrosh and Porter, as all of this is going past, it catches your eye, you particularly, Garrosh.
Mm-hmm.
You notice something familiar on this cart that someone is wheeling past that has like a purple monkey sitting on it that is like playing on a little flute, and it seems to be surrounded by these little plants here and there. One of the plants seems to be kind of swaying and dancing back and forth in its pot to the music that the monkey is playing.
Oh.
And
Is that
Yeah.
You recognize the pot
Yeah.
from deep in your past.
Oh yeah.
As the little pot that I don't remember his name. Roman. That Roman secured from the fishbowl of the Xanathar way back when.
Oh.
Except now it is full, and there is a little plant in there that looks like Seymour from, or not Seymour, but the Feed Me Seymour. And it's just
it looks like Groot.
Audrey too.
Yeah, exactly. It's the size as if you were to like do that thing with your hands. It's about that big.
Aww.
Aww.
And yeah.
Ooh.
It's funny how the world works.
As you say
I
that,
just smile.
Jarlaxle noticed your interest. He seems to be very astute, and he catches on, like you looking at it, pointing it out, and he's like, and the plant itself has turned for you and towards you both. It seems to be showing a particular interest in you, Garrosh.
Aww.
And Jarlaxle comes over and he kind of like scritches it behind a leaf.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, would you look at that? I haven't seen this little guy this active since we planted him.
Well, I guess I could even call this little one a friend of mine. I've not seen him in quite some time. If anything, he's flourishing quite well.
Oh, well, this is something that I don't know. What a pleasure. So many things that I have found out tonight that I did not know before. It may come as something of a surprise to you, but at nearly 700 years of age, that does not happen often. Is there a story behind it you'd care to share? Though you've already told me so much this evening, I'd hate to pry.
Oh, well, it's no trouble.
He kind of tells us. He just goes ahead and like tells a somewhat detailed story of what happened in session 0. And yeah, and it's
I'll wander over and be like, "What are we talking about? I think I was there. What?"
Yes.
That story? That story is a weird one.
Well, Jarlaxle is enthralled, and when you reach the end of it, he said, "Now, if I didn't know better, and I do, I would say that was a load of shit. But it wasn't. Everyone."
I wouldn't steer you wrong.
I can see that. Such a story I haven't heard in ages. You know what? And he picks up the little guy and places it in your hands, and he says, "It's a family reunion. Why don't you take him? Or her. Or it. I don't presume."
Oh, this is so exciting. My own little baby to take care of.
You have to take it out, walk it, water it.
You know I'm good for it.
Having a child is a big responsibility. I'll say, but mostly kind of like joking, in a tone, and I'm gonna scratch the little plant, or I guess pet the plant.
Yeah, it kind of
it
makes this like weird little like rustling noise whenever you scratch it, and Garrosh, as you kind of examine it and sort of scritch it as well, it looks deep into your eyes with no eyes at all, and it says,
"What?"
Wait, it says what?
"Me."
God, it speaks.
Was that
it
meat?
Makes sounds.
Yeah, it just says meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meat. Oh my god.
I get like
MEEP.
I get like the closest version to hard eyes that like a dragonborn could get. I'm like,
thank you, Captain, for this gift.
This is what it looks like.
I'll be sure to take very good care of it.
yeah.
Yes, I love it. It's so cute.
And yeah, it gives this wide smile at you, and you do notice that it has teeth.
Oh yeah.
Little bitty tiny like sharp puppy teeth.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What did you say, Porter?
It looks like we found you a new best friend.
Don't stick your finger in it.
Yeah.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Thank you, Captain.
If there's anything else y'all would like to do here, please let me know. If not, the evening is drawing to a close.
I mean,
somewhere a horse is clopping.
Flirt with the captain, or I guess flirt more with the captain. Watch the carnival, admire the carnival, and then I guess once the festivities wind down, head on out.
I guess if you're flirting back, go ahead and make a charisma, I guess persuasion check with advantage with a capital A.
Get it, girl, get it.
17.
Ooh.
Yeah, he is very much enjoying your company.
Yes. Number 7.
Yeah, the heart eyes that were on Garrosh are nothing to the look that Jarlaxle Bainray gives Carnamarai as he helps her down into the rowboat as you're leaving.
Aww. I will call up to him like, well, I'll be seeing you soon.
Farewell, my fiery flower. I but wait for your call.
Aww. I'll call up to him like, once the tavern's open, feel free to come on by any time.
I might just do that.
Oh, you cut out there.
Oh, I just said I might just do that.
Porter, who am I next to? Garrosh. I lean over to you and go, I'm pretty sure it's going to be her tavern that's open, if you know what I mean.
I don't blame her. I'd let him hit it.
Hey,
I wouldn't say no.
All of our taverns, we split this thing. Talking about.
As either I finish climbing down into the boat, or as everyone finishes loading, I will blow him a kiss.
Yeah, he makes quite a show of catching it bringing it to his mouth and then blowing it back to you. And that you see Felric, he's kind of standing to his right and just behind him, just kind of make like a gagging. So anyway.
I'll giggle at what was his name? Fenric?
Felric.
I'll laugh and be like, I'll just kind of like giggle at him. Just wave goodbye to Jarlaxle. As we, I assume, row off. Now.
Yes.
Felric, that's right, yeah.
All right, and as you are all leaving, I would like for you all to make a perception check.
Oh yes, we should probably keep an eye out for the guards, huh?
Perception check. Fuck you. First roll of the evening. Crit fail.
Yeah, as you are rowing away, Svadrik, you are in the back, just kind of lazily trailing your tail in the water because you're feeling tired and satisfied from the wonderful meal. And for just a moment, as you look back at the ship, you could swear you saw a circular beam of light blink for just a moment deep beneath the ship itself. And then in darkness.
Like a whole beam?
Yeah, like somebody turned a large flashlight, like a carriage wheel sized circular, beam, like flashlight on for just a moment. And then it was just a second. Not even a second. Almost makes you think, did I just see like the flash or the reflection of the moon? But no, that was a different color, like a deeper yellow, and it was deep directly beneath the ship. But yeah. Continue making your way back to shore.
All right. Well, first of all, are the guards still there?
They have definitely cleared out by now. And in fact, you are not anywhere near... I'll go ahead and take y'all back to the Waterdeep map. But the ships were moving as you were on them. So you're actually not at the... at the wharf where you originally left, which was like this pier. You have now made your way over into this area.
Oh.
Near Duck Street.
Wow.
Well, it would be bad if we didn't return this boat. It could be found.
All I could think of was like, you're right, and then he just puts a hole in it and lets it sink.
It's not a bad idea.
Do it. Right, we'll just be standing beside, like, damn it.
That's certainly one way to do it.
I'm a simple orc.
I just stepped away. Did you sink our boat?
He was thinking about it.
But what I said, I was like, well, we should definitely return the boat.
And then I returned it to its watery grave.
Yes, once we got to the dock, Porter sunk it.
Well, thank you.
Has her head in her hands, like, God damn it.
Thank you, faithful rowboat, for your service.
All right, so yeah, I guess in that case, as you sidle up to the dock, you put a hole in the boat and it surreptitiously sinks beneath the waves as you all kind of like clamber onto the dock hurriedly.
Yeah, Porter's the last one off, and he just takes his axe off and goes, oops, and just slams it into the bottom of it and then gets out. It appears that I slipped.
I'm just like gonna look at him and be like, I cannot honestly recall how many times I've heard that over my 639 years of being alive and raising kids. And I've never believed it from one of my kids, and I certainly don't believe it from you.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and be like, come on, it's gonna be a long day. Let's get home.
The plant that Garrosh is cradling in his massive dragonborn hands kind of nuzzles up against your wrist and it says and then it like starts kind of seems to be almost nodding off until it is snoring softly in your hands.
Aww.
Past its bedtime.
Past all of our bedtimes.
So would y'all like to return to the tavern?
Yes.
I guess so.
Oh, where was that one place that the cat invited me to?
Let's see. I
mean, not right now. I have no intention.
Oh, sure.
I just can't remember. If you wrote it down in the chat.
I did write it down, but
I can look for it. No worries.
I know where to find it. He said to Emerald Enclave. There we go.
Excuse me.
Fallen Comir in the Southern Ward. So Southern Ward, that's gonna be way down this direction.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they're probably not awake right now.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, we'll just all head back. Get a damn cab. I'm at carriage.
All right. Let's see. Do y'all need you probably, well, here. Let me just take y'all back to the Trollskull Alley. Or the Manor, I suppose. We can just go back to the Manor.
It's your boy's head. It's your boy.
All right. You should all find yourselves there, and if let's see, as you arrive, you see that as you come in,
or is burned to the ground. No.
Yeah, exactly. Leaf raises a ghostly finger to his lips and says, "Shh." He's standing here behind the bar, and it's his token. Oh well, and he gestures over here in this. Can y'all see where I'm?
Yes.
Indicating.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Over here in this corner, you see the 3 halfling boys that you hired that they're bedded down and sound asleep right there.
Oh.
What time is it?
I would say at this point it's probably like getting on like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
Like it's really late.
At this point, you're just better off hitting the coffee and staying up. Fuck it.
If they're gonna stay here, I'll do this out of character. Maybe we should like give them a place to stay. I know like the attic is now free.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think we should.
All right.
I would like to go over to the bar and ask Leaf, but with like my voice lowered. How did they do this past evening?
He kind of shrugs. He says,
"Oh, they definitely were helpful. I would say that they earned their keep."
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear it. It's great that they didn't burn the place down. Thank you, Leaf.
Certainly. Not on my watch.
I will,
That right, Ludicia?
And he gives the portrait a smile.
I will go over and make sure that they're all covered up and whatnot. Kind of basically like mom shit, grandma shit. And make sure they're all covered up and they're, warm and happy and whatnot. And then I'll carefully sneak back over to the bar.
Okay, make a perception check and a stealth check for me.
You said a perception check?
And a stealth check.
Stealth. Oh, boy. Well, I didn't do too bad on this. So.
Yeah, you managed. Like one of them kind of like turns over in its sleep, but doesn't seem to wake. But as you lean down to cover them up, you catch a smell off of them that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Ooh.
Meaning,
but what is it?
They don't smell like people. They smell like animals. Rats, specifically.
What?
Oh.
What?
Huh. But I potentially know, like, is there some sort of spell or something that I might have heard of?
Hello?
You can make a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom, not wisdom save, not wisdom skill, but just the wisdom number.
Animagus.
Nothing.
Well,
nothing
I was about to say, hey, just out of curiosity, what phase is the moon in right now? Out of character.
I probably don't know, but kind of walking away, lost in thought, I will be like, I think I'll just have to go look through all my other, all through the letters and whatnot I've received over over my life and see if I can figure it out or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything that I could potentially research.
Would say
to try
you
to
could right now, but if you do, you will miss out on a long rest because it's so late.
Oh yeah, no, not right now. Would do it another time.
Okay.
Yeah, something I could do later on.
All right.
I will inform I'll go ahead and inform everyone. It's just, odd. Tell them kind of what I smelled.
Maybe they just need bath.
Maybe they need about 5 consecutive baths.
I know I did not take a bath for a very long time. I used to live in the sewers. Oh man, apparently I was pretty ripe.
And as soon as you say that, Svadrik, it's just kind of, you have one of those little light bulb moments, and you think, just that's what you smelled when you first saw them. Rat. Very strong rat. But it was so strong that it didn't make sense for it to be them, and so you were confused about it.
It just smells like giant rat. That makes no sense.
No, that's not it.
Giant rat.
There's something about them. Not sure what it is. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it later, but just I don't know. Keep an eye on them.
Can certainly do that,
says Leaf.
Thank you, Leaf.
All right, everybody going to bed?
Yeah.
It's time to hit the hay.
Yeah.
It's nap time, bitch.
Gotta get that beauty sleep.
All right, I would like for Sodric to...
Thank you.
Sodric, why don't you roll a D20 for me?
Just a straight D20?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So, the night draws on, what's left of it. And as the sun rises and the town starts to wake around you, you all continue to sleep soundly until a little bit later in the day, say around 9 o'clock or so. You may all rise, having had a long rest, if you would like.
Arise. Arise.
Would
Yeah.
like.
We'll go out and see if Vincent is out on his balcony. If so, wave at him. If not, I will munch on some food.
Here.
You're working on number 6 and number 7 and number 8?
Oh wow, I just rolled a 1 on the D100 table.
That's amazing.
No, that absolutely he is nowhere to be seen, I suppose.
That's all right.
That's how we're going to interpret that one.
Stories. You have to keep in mind, my flaw is that I can't resist a pretty face.
Well, that's good to know.
Even if it's your own.
In spite of the token that is given by the game, Jarlaxle and Vincent are both extremely attractive people.
I thought Vincent was handsome. Maybe not Jarlaxle so much, but she's a 639-year-old elf.
Well, I mean, as like I said, the token of Jarlaxle isn't that great, but by
I looked at his
by Elven's standards, he's nice looking, I suppose. I guess it's up to taste.
I suppose.
I think they modeled the cover art of him after Yul Brynner. They're like, bald guy. Let's just go with Yul Brynner.
Yes, yeah. Well, you have to keep in mind, not only is I will grandmother you whether or not you want it, her other personality trait is she's stubbornly oblivious to her own beauty. So
yeah, you've played that very well. I've enjoyed that.
Oh, thank you.
So the day is yours. To give you a quick rundown, Svadrik has this new little test from Jarlaxle. And I will just say that the entire time you were there, that name was never mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Bragendarth was never mentioned. He stubbornly, nonchalantly plowed through any conversation that sort of bent that way and referred to himself and others as nothing except Captain Zord and this Faire Maidens, whatever they're called.
I mean, that's true, but he did acknowledge in a roundabout way who he really is.
Well, he did say that he was your employer.
Yes.
But he didn't he didn't ever mention any names.
No, I'm just saying, but that at the very least is a roundabout way of at least him acknowledging, I know who you are, you know who I am.
Yeah, he definitely did that. So only to you, and in that instant.
I know you. I know that you know that I know that you know.
All right. Let's see. The other thing you
opening the tavern.
Are we level 3?
I would say one question at a time. As we get to the end of this session, I'm going to address both of those questions. As far as things on the list for today, You definitely have a report to make to Star Song about what happened with Xibrindas.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a sort of a side quest from your neighbor Fala about getting a new supply of duskwood.
Yes.
And it was mentioned that the old Zoblob shop might be a place to look into that, as well as another well-known magic user in like the more noble district. I think it was in the North Ward. I can double check that to be sure.
Okay.
Other than that, I think that's pretty much what you have on the menu for today. But
alrighty.
As you all come downstairs, Leaf meets you, and he says, "Well, glad you got your beauty rest in," and he gives you a wink, Carnamarai. Not that you need it. But anyway, I thought you might want to know them boys skipped out this morning. Haven't seen them since.
Odd.
I'm a little miffed because I sure could have used their help with moving around some of these supplies. Maybe they're just feeling shifty.
I'm gonna kind of like look over at the group and be like, well, perhaps before we set out, we look into this. And by that, what I mean is like either like kind of check around the areas in the tavern that they were working yesterday, or actually just going out and trying to find them.
I mean, did they steal anything? Is anything missing? I kind of start looking around.
I haven't noticed. Y'all can, anybody who wants to look around, you can make investigation checks.
They touch my stuff. I don't know.
Only have a +1. Oh,
man, I'm going pretty good.
Maybe Porter and I can double up on our 5 there and get a 10. If brain cell.
I like that I've only made 1 roll so far above a 10.
Well, Yarosh, are you rolling?
No, what I say is, perhaps they just have their own business to attend to. They may very well be back in a couple of hours.
If they,
and I will
did not think anything, I do not care.
Yeah, and I don't investigate.
Swadrick, as you are kind of doing a cursory look around, just trying to see if there's anything amiss or missing, you do see something that doesn't really catch your attention, though, until you see it again here and again here and again here. There's a small little holes bored into the walls at about baseboard level. They weren't there before. They're about the size of like a $50 or a quarter. That's about it. And they smell strongly of rat.
Oh crap! Oh, we're gonna need to get a cat, everyone. Oh.
To eat our employees.
Do you point it out to us?
Yeah.
Could I try that wisdom thing again with looking at this and thinking about like, well, this smells like rat, just like they did.
You can do a nature check this time.
Can I do a nature check?
Yes.
I've got my eye like to one of the holes as I'm like looking in it.
Like, Roderick, don't do that. I bite you.
As far as making the connection, Carnamara, you nothing really hits you. But Porter, you are thinking about it and you're like, well, we should probably check the cellar first if we have a rat problem.
That's true.
Plan.
The voice inside my head tells me we should check the cellar.
Well,
you hear voices in your head.
What a charming, intelligent voice.
Okay. I'll get my stick. I'll go kill him.
You don't need to kill him. I'm a druid. I will convince them.
Rat doesn't taste very good, anyways.
Oh, I mean,
we'll go down to the cellar.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said it's not that great.
I would like a marching order.
Well, I'll go first.
Oh,
Do we think this thing is gigantic? Because I was just gonna go back up to my room.
No,
you can if you want.
I'll go with Carter Marai.
I'm gonna go too. I'll go first.
To my room.
All right. Let's see.
Carter, if your meat gets ruined down there, you have no one to blame but yourself.
I get more meat. That's how that works.
I don't think his meat's down in the cellar. I think that's
I
just
don't think so
Lucas.
either. I think it's near me.
Can y'all?
Right, yeah.
You can move your tokens down here to the cellar. It's down here in the lower right-hand corner.
Okay.
Here, Garrus, why don't you get behind me and we'll go in that marching order we said we were in.
Let's do that whole marching thing.
So,
all right,
Svadrik, you lift the. Or wait, Carter, you said you were going first.
Yes.
All right. So as you lift the trap door and start lowering yourself down, or I guess it's like short stairs down into the cellar here, before you can really even let your eyes adjust to the dark, the smell hits you, and it's very strong rat, and you see movement. And the next thing you know, it's as though the entire floor right here in front of you has risen up, and a swarm of rats the size of like a dinner table is barreling towards you.
Excuse me.
I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh, I saw this in a movie once. If we put them on our heads, they help us cook.
You are more than welcome to try that out if you like.
Remind us to try that again next time this happens.
There you go.
Yeah, especially when the rabies kicks in.
Yep. We'll think about trying that next time.
I always forget to clear this.
Now,
Damn
Porter,
thing.
how are you in initiative, Mr. I'm going to my room?
That's why I'm number 8. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do anything on my turn.
No, it's all right.
What do you do, Porter?
Take a
take
nap.
my pants off.
One leg at a time.
Slowly. Okay. Let's
And then
see.
I check myself in the mirror. I say, yeah, look at them guns.
All right.
And then I put my gun down and I flex.
All right. All right. They are going 8. So that's fun. I want to make this a little bit interesting for y'all. Okay. Svadrik, you are up first.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. Okay, here we go. Oh, back.
Here we go.
Just bring back some memories. Let me tell you. As I
Just like Mama used to make.
jump over here, and I'll take a swing. Oh, I guess I should have a machine.
Swing, bada, 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 bada.
That is
Right.
going to miss, unfortunately.
Okay, and then I will. I'll make an unarmed strike. Kick at him.
Okay, that's a hit.
Nice shot.
All right. You couple of rats go rat bodies go flying limply, dead to the ground.
Then I jump over here and I jump onto these barrels right here.
Okay.
And I forget how to play my character. Like, what else can I do? I don't think I want to use any. I'm not going to use any of my like key points right now. So
All
I think
right.
for now, I think that's all I'm going to do.
Okay. Garrosh.
Wouldn't this be considered an abuse of power?
I mean, the floor is roiling
Yeah.
with this like almost unnatural, disgusting,
Yeah.
like carpet of rats, and they're like just
Yeah.
crawling all over each other, almost
Yeah.
as though they're.
Well, I'm just.
What do you mean? I'm curious what you meant by that, though.
Well, like, I thought the clues were leading to like the assumption that the boys are like were-rats or something.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, and that's definitely what I, as a player, assume. But Svadrik, he's just killing rats in the basement.
Yeah.
Well, Garrosh is like, are we killing our employees?
Well, a were-rat wouldn't turn into swarms. Or
Okay.
Can I know that?
There are rats in the basement with our supplies.
You can do either a nature or probably a nature check. Yeah. A nature check with advantage since you know about rats, Savadric.
What if one rat in each swarm is one of the boys?
Well, I guess I'm gonna go to hell for murdering them.
You would know that
not eating our fucking supplies.
You know that were-rats don't turn into small-sized rats. They usually have 3 forms: one that appears human, one that is like a sort of a humanoid rat, and then one that is just like a giant rat.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought they actually did turn into real. I thought the
last. Not small-sized rats, like just regular. I don't say regular, like rodents of unusual size. RUSs.
Okay.
Do they get arrested on the way to
did I, as a player, also learn that?
All right.
I think that I'm right about that. I guess I could be wrong.
Well, Garrosh is still confused. Okay.
Shape changer. Polymorph rat.
Yeah.
I read or a giant rat. Yeah, or back to humanoid.
Okay.
Huh.
Rat humanoid hybrid, giant rat, or humanoid.
May I also roll to see if Garrosh would know this? Unless you consider it to be, because I was like, I don't know if you consider it to be common knowledge. So.
I mean, you could do either a nature or I guess really even a religion check. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I could see the knowledge of different were creatures being something you would know about from religious studies.
Yeah, I'll just stick to nature because they're the same modifier. Well, fuck me.
You heard of were-rats, but you're not really super sure.
Okay.
To you, it seems perfectly plausible that one of these swarms might indeed be one of the boys. I mean, there was 3 of them. There's 3 of these swarms.
Yeah.
They've disappeared. There's holes. Like, it all makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna attack it with mercy. I'm gonna say
single tear.
Yeah.
Down.
I'm gonna say, oh, forgive me.
Bill.
They are rats. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's a hit. All right.
You can cut their tails off, clean them up nice. Defense fry them. Oh man, so good.
Yeah, as you.
Oh, you're not in the room.
I don't think I have really any bonus actions yet. Sorry, go ahead. You were about to say something.
I was gonna say, so as you hit them with your mace, is that it's just a regular weapon, or is it a plus one?
It's so early that he hasn't thought to use Blessing of the Forge yet.
Okay. I didn't know if that was something you do first thing in the morning.
I'm supposed to, but I forgot, and I'm not gonna jump in and be like, I did, because that's not cool.
No, I think that you should, honestly, because you know, if it's something that you regularly do all the time, it's really tedious for me to have you declare it each time.
Okay, cool. I just
and it's healthy, you know. You gotta make sure.
Yeah, I just didn't want to. Well, I did not want to overstep, so thank you. Okay, sure. Then I would have put it on my mace.
All right, so as your mace makes contact with this swarm, it just plows through a swath of them. And Svadric, you look at the mace and you look at your fists and you're like, that would be more effective.
I'm a monk. I can't use that.
Well, I mean, just like, this is my awkward way of saying that this seems to have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Yeah, let's see if they have resistance to fire.
Oh, rat swarm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're... Never mind, I won't metagame.
Okay.
But the
swarms in general, since it's not
mace,
one thing, yeah.
The mace hurt the mice. It hurt it good.
It hurt them.
It gave him the bone hurting juice.
Anything else for you?
Give him the bone.
No, I do not yet have any good bonus actions, so that's all for me.
Okay. All right. So it's now the rat's turn, and in a true horror movie fashion, this thing just swarms up Garrosh, up his legs, underneath his armor, and just 1,000 bites. At the same time, you see another swarm come out from this other room, and they just roil up onto the biggest target that's obvious to them, which is also Garrosh. And now Garrosh is pretty much just like, you can't even see him. He's so covered with rats.
I do not consent.
They are in his face, up in his grill. And then this one right here is going to swarm up the barrels and onto you, Svadrik. The ones on you, Garrosh.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, that's going to miss you.
Okay.
With a 6.
All right.
These have advantage for some reason. I don't see it though. Okay, I don't think they do. All right. The second one is going to crit on you. It's going to be 15 points.
If you turn off your macro,
of damage,
it's most likely on the back end of that specific mob.
Yeah, I turned it off, but
it did
still.
It did. 15...
It's got like yellow around. Yeah, the second one did 15 points of damage to you.
Good
crit.
God!
Wait, did you just drop?
No, I mean I have like a sliver left.
Yeah. No, it does 2d6.
No.
It rolled a 6 and a 4 for its regular 2d6, and then a 5 on the extra die roll, so 15 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. With really good rolls. That's almost
fucking hell.
damage.
Yeah.
I know it's not my turn, but can I say something?
Sure. You can always say something. You don't have to.
Yeah, okay. So as these things are like climbing all over me too, I'm going to scream, get your ass down here, Porter!
I am 2 floors up.
Yeah,
you don't have to
you'll hear
be.
it.
They went down there pretty quickly, and this happened pretty quickly. So if you don't want to be 2 floors up, you could be like halfway up the stairs or something.
Well, let's see here.
Like over here.
I guess I did hear it.
All right. And Svadrik. 17 hits you.
Oh my god! I thought you were about to say 17.
No.
Points. Yeah, 17's
So
gonna be
9 piercing damage to you.
Ugh.
Still not nothing.
Okay, Porter, it is your turn.
Let's see, where's my token? There I am. Okay.
Svadrik, you hear Leaf yell down, what's going on? Y'all need help?
I'm being eaten alive.
I guess I was here. I was like, let's see here. I lift the door up and say, y'all.
I bet we wouldn't have closed the door behind us.
Okay, well, I mean, it's still, I would just been like, y'all okay down there?
Can I reply, get your lily-livered ass down here now?
It's just rats. Why y'all having trouble with rats? What are they the size of a house?
It's 200 rats on my body.
Conversation in one turn.
Are these like
I don't care. It's funny.
Outside rats or what?
You just hear you just hear this horrific, along with the yells and screams of your compatriots. You just hear this horrific sound that when you open the trap door, it's just like squeaking, like tons of squeaking, and you could hear.
Is it a rat king? Did you find a rat king?
Yes.
Like, the awful
rat kings.
The awful sounds of Overwatch characters when they're on fire.
Oh
is
God!
Pretty much what Garrosh is doing.
Lucio. Yeah.
I don't want to speak for Garrosh, but
he's not happy. He's hollering. Yeah, he's hollering.
I'm gonna yell up at both Leaf and Porter and be like, some assistance would be appreciated.
I mean, he doesn't mind a little bit of biting, but this is not cool.
They were eating him alive, literally.
Yeah.
So I guess I pop on down and go, what? What did y'all do?
Yeah, it's a pretty horrific sight. You don't have space for a. Do you? Okay, cool. Go for it. I didn't check to see how far you'd moved, but yes, go ahead and attack. That is actually a hit. Are you targeting one of these that's on Garrosh? Which one?
There's lefty one.
There's one slightly bigger than the other.
Lefty one.
Okay. That's a hit. Nice.
Shit.
Go ahead and roll a D100 for me. There's a 25% chance that that you will hit Garrosh.
Oh, no.
Please, God, no. Oh, God. All right. I accept my fate.
Okay.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you.
Just roll. Let me see. How much does it do? It usually does a D12. Roll a 1d6.
My little boy.
I heard D12.
No, yes, but I'm saying, yeah, because they're
he's wearing
literally a coating
armor
on him right now. Yeah. Okay, Garrosh, you'll take 4 points of slashing damage from Porter's axe.
I'm down. I hit the floor.
Dude!
I'll be right back.
But the swarm that Porter attacked is greatly diminished.
Good.
So is the person that they were apparently on.
Yeah. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I just say my work here is done.
All right. Karna Mirai, you
So
are
glad they called you down here.
Shoulder free action.
I didn't hear what. Did you ask a question?
Is punching Porter in the shoulder a free action?
At this point, I would say yes. It's established.
We'll do that.
It's like the equivalent.
Hell?
It's the equivalent of the mama throwing her shoe at her children.
Yes, I'm gonna La Chancla Porter. I just fucking La Chancla him and be like, now look at what you've done. And,
What? I saved his life.
By killing him?
No, that's his fault.
I'm gonna. Is there any part of Garrosh
Okay, I'm back.
is visible to me that is not covered by these rats?
Yeah, I mean, you know where he is. You could touch him if that's what you're gonna try to do.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and use Cure Wounds.
Okay, so Karna Mirai just strides up and buries her hands elbow deep in rats and reaches through to touch Garrosh. Nice. And Garrosh,
Thank you.
come swimming back to glorious consciousness, smothering under a carpet of rats.
And immediately start hollering again.
Why'd you bring me back? Why'd you bring me back?
I'm alive, but at what cost?
Alive, but do I really want to be?
Thank you for the healing.
Yeah,
No problem.
Hey, what about me? Thank you for killing some rats on me, Porter. No problem,
Gonna
Garrosh.
him again.
I'm not sure he knew what happened, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does now.
We can always
Worse
talk
than
about it
covered in
later over a beer.
All right. Anything else, Karna Mirai?
Yeah, I will stand back up, but other than that, I will not move.
Oh my god, Leaf is in a turn order.
All right. Well, seeing. Actually, it wouldn't matter because I can't do anything. I'm just gonna fight off these guys. So I'm gonna swing at what I can with my quarterstaff.
It's a hit.
It's a hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one are you targeting? The one on you?
The one's crawling all over me. I'm pretty much only concerned about that right now.
Okay. You actually have disadvantage to hit the ones that are on you, but you can still use that roll.
Okay.
But you still hit them. So.
Okay.
All right. So they're gonna take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, or is it 3? I think it's 3. Yeah.
3. And I'm going to
Porter, is your, or I guess I should say, Garrosh, is Porter's great axe still magicked?
No, it falls off, whenever I do a long rest.
So can you only do it to one weapon at a time at this point?
Yeah, only one item per
Okay, and so it's your mace.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so in that case, that didn't do quite as much damage as you would have hoped, Porter, with that one.
Man, I was really hoping to kill him. Oh.
Certainly hope you mean the rats.
To Garrosh it did, but to the rats not so much. But it was still a good hit. It's just going to be half damage.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I know what I want to do, but I don't know if I can do it.
Okay. I like how this is starting.
Yeah. If I step of the wind to disengage and then attempt to run away from these things, is that even like, are they so on me that I can't like shake them?
No, they occupy your space, but they are not grappling you. So you absolutely can get away from them.
Okay, so then I want to step of the wind, and I want to run across this barrel and jump on top of these casks up here to get essentially as far off the ground as I can get.
You talking about these guys? Yeah, you can do that. And what's the step of the wind for?
It disengages as a bonus action.
Right. Yes, you can definitely do that. No problem.
All right, that's what I do, and that's my turn.
Okay. Next is Leaf's turn. The ghostly apparition appears, floats through Porter and Carnamarai, and is going to attack these things with his life drain attack. He's fun. Nobody better mess with you guys. Y'all got a deadly specter in your employment. All right, so oh wow, yeah, he hit with a 22, and it's gonna do 9 necrotic damage to them, for which they lose maximum hit points for, as well as
wow.
Good.
Yeah, they will die immediately if, of course, they're just rats. So it's not a big deal. But trying to click this, it's getting a little crowded in here. Let me move him over. All right, so 9 necrotic damage, just full damage on them. It's much smaller now, and the smaller they get, the less damage they do. So this one right here, I'll go ahead and put colors on these real quick. That'll make it a little bit easier.
Rats in your face.
I'm just putting colors on so you can distinguish them. So the red swarm is much smaller.
Okay.
All right, Garrosh.
Okay, so I am still prone, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I have something I want to do, and if you don't allow it due to the way the rules are written, I totally get it. What I want to do is he gets so frustrated that he just starts to yell, and I want to use my breath weapon, but not open my mouth. And if I can conduct that energy across my entire body, I want to shock all the rats on me.
Very interesting.
Cool.
Let me look at your stats here. I like it. I'm going to say, let's make that a Constitution check for you. Not a Constitution save, but a Constitution check.
All right.
It's 20. Here we go.
Man.
Okay. I am going to say that you can, but you'll probably take damage yourself from it. That doesn't make any sense. Well, you have resistance to lightning.
He has resistance.
Yeah.
So you can
That's
do it.
That's what I was going to suggest. Is
you'll take a little
himself.
Damage yourself just because you didn't roll high enough on the Constitution to
that's fine.
withstand it. But you definitely can do it if you want.
Yeah. He just wants to get as many of these off of him as possible.
Sure, and it will do damage to both of them, since both swarms, since they're on you.
All right, breath attack.
All right, so they have to make dexterity saves. But I'm going to give them disadvantage on that because they are on you.
Okay.
So the first swarm rolled a 10, and the second swarm rolled an 18.
Wow.
So the first, what's your save on that?
12.
Okay. So the first swarm, I'm going to say it's this red swarm here, is going to take full damage, and it just evaporates. That's the end of them. They had 8 hit points. So
okay.
This one is going to take half damage at 4. But very cool. Take inspiration for that move if you don't already have it.
Thank you. Let's see. I
guess it's Swarm of Rat's turn. Did you want to do anything else? Did you want to stand up, Garrosh, or?
Yeah, I'll stand up.
And you can move if you want to, but they may take an attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah, healing word doesn't work on yourself, does it?
No, it does.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
Let's see why it wouldn't.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's see. It says creature of your choice that you can see. So yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use that on myself as well.
Okay.
So, well, yes, level 1.
Bonus action, and then did you want to move, or not?
I'm just gonna stand up where I am.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll stay in place. And...
All right. So this this swarm that is on you is going to attack. Let's see. Has
fuck shit.
HP.
God damn.
It has exactly half HP, which is what makes it switch to the lower damage bracket.
Oh, cool.
So it is going to not hit you in the first place because it rolled a 6.
Oh yes.
And then this swarm. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see who it decides to go after. So 1 is Fodrick, 2 is Garrosh, 3 is Porter, and 4 is Carnimarai. So it's going to go after Fodrick. So yeah, these things swarm up after you and going to attack you.
Should have made that the dodge action, not disengage. Okay.
Well,
no,
it was
that's fine.
It was 8, so they didn't.
I love it.
Yeah.
They didn't get you anyway. And
it likes
Porter.
your flavor.
Yeah, by the time the swarm manages to form itself up there after you, they're kind of spread out from the climb, so they miss you. But they are crawling on you. Porter.
Can I technically reach blue?
Yeah, you can diagonally for sure. You can walk through to here.
Okay.
Without any problem.
Well, then I'll just do that then.
Yeah, you can do that.
Wow.
That's hit.
Wow.
All right, so it's gonna take 5 points of slashing damage. Yeah, it's greatly diminished now, and yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Carnimarai.
I am going to do a thing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm.
And on myself, obviously. And I am going to ask it, what incarnation does it think it's doing in our to my friend and Cellar?
Can you
green one?
Can you put the Speak with Animals in the chat?
Oh, yes, sure thing.
Converse can be the knowledge, awareness, limited intelligence minimum. That's fine. All right. So your senses suddenly open up, and the squeaks, the thousands, or I guess at this point hundreds of squeaks of that are filling this small space already, it suddenly changes. It's almost like there's sort of a roaring in your ears, and when it fades away, you just hear "eat, nip, bite, hungry, kill, kill, kill."
I want to ask him and be like, what in the hell are you doing here?
Out, no, kill, eat.
Oh, okay, so they came in here to eat?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And y'all do have food stores down here and everything.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do anything right now because that was my action, and I don't think I have any bonus action. I know I don't. So, yeah, I think that's going to be
If you would like, you can go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Okay, yeah, that'll be cool.
Since you're speaking to them.
15 or 16.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna try to get them to stand down.
I see. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Their intelligence is a -4. Yep, that's real bad. Okay, this one here closest to you just starts reacting in fear, and you can see some of the rats are starting to fall off and look like they may, in fact, flee.
Good.
All right, Svodric.
All right, I am going to just wail on these things like crazy. It's gonna be disadvantaged since they're on me, or no?
Yes.
All right, I am going to step back. Well, can I jump down here?
They're not grappling you, so you can move out of their space without getting an attack of opportunity. But if you jump down, those are high enough that I would say that would be moving out of their space, and they would get an attack of opportunity. But if you just step back to here, you'd be fine.
I want to jump down.
Okay. All right, they will give it a try. Does 11 hit you?
No, does not.
Carry on.
Here we go. Wailing.
Hit.
Nice.
Oh,
ooh, good job. All right, so that'll be 5 points of damage. So a couple of rats like, pew, and just like slam up against the wall. Another hit. This little whirling dervish is doing precision strikes into the column of writhing rats. And another hit.
And yeah, that's me using my flurry of blows, so I'm out of.
All right, and then the last one for 2. Well, you got it down to less than half its size, so it's into the smaller damage bracket.
And then I'm gonna jump again onto these barrels, even though it's not doing anything. I'm just getting off the floor.
Feel better. Yeah.
even if it's completely illogical, I'm doing it.
Nice. All right, Leaf is going to step forward and just claw at the swarm that's still on Garrosh, and he is going to manage to miss them. So, boo, Leaf. All right, Garrosh, you're up.
Okay. I am going to probably maybe damage myself. I don't know. It's your call, because I guess I'm kind of doing strange things. I'm gonna use Toll the Dead.
No, that's not. That's a targeted thing,
okay.
And it only damages the object of your target.
Okay.
So, yeah, and they are already damaged. So if you hit, you'll be rolling the d12.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. Sadly, they rolled a crit on their save, which sucks.
3 damage.
Those little fuckers.
So that it's actually not going to do anything to them.
Oh,
it's a cantrip.
Wow.
So there's no half damage on the cantrip.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sadness. So they just seem to be like, Carnamara, you just hear them like as this sound of a bell wafts out from Garrosh that you've heard before. You just hear the rats just like increase the volume of their shrieks, and it seems to have no effect on them because they're being so loud.
These things are going to die.
Did you want to move, Garrosh?
I'm gonna stay where I am, but I'm also just gonna throw in there too that when I use Toll the Dead, it's a giant anvil and a hammer that clangs instead of a bell.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
Nice.
I remember that now.
But yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am and continue to holler. Not as much now, but still hollering.
All right, they are next, and they are going to make the little attack on you. Does 11 hit your AC? No.
It does not.
All right, they are beginning to be stymied by your armor, and there's much less of them now, too.
Thank God.
This one's going to run over and swarm onto you, Svodric. And it is also smaller, so yeah, 5 doesn't hit your AC, so it is not doing good. Porter, you are up.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's right. Flatter hammer. That's
It's
what
a
it
hit.
is.
All right. The rest of these rats that are still clinging on with one precision strike, Porter manages to carve the rest of them away. Can you go ahead and make another D100 roll for me, just for the halibut? Okay, yeah, you're fine. All right.
Oh, thank you.
Garrosh again can see the light of day.
You know,
All right.
other characters, that first one would have been a divine intervention. Just saying.
Yeah, that strike that Porter did would not have killed them, except the stragglers were running anyway because of Carnamarai's threats. And it is your turn now, Carnamarai.
I will step forward and like pat Garrosh on the shoulder and be like, there, it's over now. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna lift my take like a small pause, like lift my hand off the shoulder and like basically be like holding a flame, and then I'm just gonna chuck it at the rats that are on Svodric, and then go back to comforting Garrosh. Like, just, it's gonna be okay. Whoosh, you're fine. And I'm gonna use
Produce flame. Okay. Produce flame. So you could attack with it when you cast. As an action, you could hurl the flame, make a ranged spell attack. Okay, so roll a d20 and add your spellcasting ability bonus, which is a +4.
Yeah, I think I just rolled. It's a 13.
Oh, you did. Okay, sorry, I had missed it. Okay, and then yeah. Okay, so and go ahead and roll a D100 for me as well.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! Okay, and that was a
second 8, by the way. That was.
Let's see, that's a D8. So roll a 1D4 to see how badly you burn Svodric in the process. Not bad.
Good.
So you take 1 point of fire damage as the smell of burnt rat rises around you, and they are very nearly gone, but not completely. One more good hit, or one more small hit, actually should do it, Svodric, and it is your turn.
I say, oh, it's a good thing I don't have hair. As I just have, I drop my staff and I just start I'm it's too unwieldy and I just start punching and kicking what's left.
Whack-a-mole or whack-a-rat.
And I'm just gonna make both.
Slap the rat.
Both hit.
Both hit?
Yeah, you got this. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. With the first hit, you get all of them. So they had 3 hit points left. So, nice. But yeah,
I still do the second hit though.
Yeah, exactly. And just to kick them maliciously across the cellar. All right. Well, that is the end of the battle. I think y'all did awesome on that, and I really liked the role play and everything that went down with each of you too.
I do a little
that was
shiver,
fun.
like just that.
Yeah, your tactics and your role play were very good, and I am proud. So I would like Svodric and Porter and Carnamarai to take inspiration as well, as long as y'all don't already have it.
Yeah, Ariel.
And as you stand ankle deep in a carpet of burning rats, smoldering rats, you look around at each other and you wonder, perhaps somewhere in the back of your mind, whether or not 3 halfling boys still exist in this world. But something tells you they probably do.
I would like to check on the supplies down here.
We will go ahead and address that next session. I will make a note of it, though, that you want to check supplies.
Svodric, just as he's panting, he says, "We're getting a cat."
Oh, most certainly. Luckily, I ran across the cutest cat just the other day.
And yeah, you did, didn't you? Actually, that's
right. That was probably somebody's cat.
Maybe.
Oh, it's my
not.
cat now.
They used Animal Messenger on it, so who knows? Maybe it was just a stray. All right, so to address y'all's questions about the opening of the tavern and leveling up, first of all, yes, next session you will have leveled up to 3.
Yay!
Nice.
At long last. I can't make y'all wait any longer, and I feel like we are closing in on our little interlude here. Also, next session we will open with the opening night of the tavern.
Oh.
Aw,
Yay.
I wanted to do missions.
Say again?
I wanted to do the missions, like go help cure that replacement Duskwood paper in the.
Oh, you definitely still can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still our neighbors.
Yeah, we're not moving on to the inciting action of Act 2 or whatever until you're ready. But
Right.
but it probably won't be too long from now. And you can still, like, even once we start Act 2 and the resuming of the main quest, you will still have opportunity to do whatever you want around, your neighbors and whatnot. You still haven't quite met them all either, but opening night will take care of that. And so between now and next session, we will do most of that in the chat as far as figuring out your downtime activities, your things you do for the tavern to get it ready.
All right.
And then we'll start with opening night and also with rolls for your profits for the evening.
Woo!
So some of your activities leading up to opening night would definitely be that, like, advertisement and stuff that we talked about.
We murdered a serial killer. Don't
Yes.
compare shit.
So, all right.
So we can go ahead and level up if we want.
Yes, you can go ahead and level up.
Awesome. Well, hopefully,
Very nice.
Captain. Oh, what was his name? Zord. Zord.
Captain Zord
will come by.
Yes.
If there's any luck, maybe he will for opening night. Anyways, leveling up.
Anyway, I know it went late. Sorry about that, Chris. But thanks for hanging in.
No, it's all good. I had a good time.
I had
too.
a good time.
Good time. Well, good job, everybody. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Good night, good night, good night.
All right. Good job, everybody.